Good evening and aloha. Oh, you passed the test already. I think that's an auspicious start to the beginning. This is believe it or not, it's only November, but this is our third concert in the Academy already this fall. And we're so glad to have you here with these wonderful choral musicians to showcase much of their work that they have done this fall. We have a very, very special guest this evening. We've had a rare privilege of working with a really wonderful, well-regarded, world-renowned clinician by the name of Dr. Janet Galvan. Janet, if you want to stand, come. Now, I'm not telling you this because I am a former student of Dr. Galvan's, because she's no longer grading me, I think. But truly, really a rare opportunity to bring, as I said, a world-renowned clinician to us here in Hawaii. She spent the whole week working with our students, working them very hard with very high expectation, and they have responded to every moment of it. On a program that we collaborated on starting in late August, early September, and these students have been working on the music since September. And as my students are fond of telling me, nobody comes to hear you talk more, Mr. Lippert. So with that, I want to turn the next few minutes over to Dr. Galvan and Elements. Please welcome Elements.
woman takes power? What happens when she won't back down? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens? What happens? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens when she won't back down? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens? What happens? What happens when a woman takes power? What happens when she won't back down? What happens when a woman takes power?
Okay, I promise I won't talk too long, but I do want to thank you for coming. And as Mike said, we have been associated. I've been associated with Punahou in an indirect way, even before Mike came here. Years and years ago, I would get a call from Punahou, and they would say, we have an opening for a choral director. Do you have any former students that would like to apply? So 2 came, and they turned it down, and I said, are you crazy? I don't understand. So she called back, saying a few years later, and I called Mike. I said, I think you want to audition for this, you want to apply for this job. And I said, honestly, you got to take it if they offer it, because people keep turning them down. I'm going to have to go do that job if you won't take this job. I mean, it was just, it was crazy. So he liked it here. He came and stayed here. And I was first, my first visit to Hawaii was in 2007. I came for a Hawaiian music festival. It was run by Richard Tagawa, and it was run by someone who actually lived in Hawaii, so I thought that was I like that better than someone from the outside. And I was so excited about coming for the beaches and the flowers and the beauty and the warmth, because at the time I lived in Ithaca, New York. And when people asked me about all that, I said, it's not that. It's the aloha spirit. It's a real thing. It really, I said, I can't even describe it. But it's the people. It's the beauty. It's their reverence for the earth. And so I feel very honored to have been accepted into the community of Hawaiian choral musicians. And I've had many more connections since 2007, including having a master's student come and study with me, and then having, with the help of Nolan, commissioning a piece for the Western ACDA Festival that was Hawaiian, and just all sorts of wonderful, wonderful connections. This group of singers in front of you, they are so dedicated, so caring. They have stamina. As you saw, they have strength. They have courage. They were open to new ideas. Some faster than others, right? But growth as an artist requires trying things even when it makes us feel foolish. And I am so impressed with their work this week. And I did write my comments out because I didn't want to forget. And first of all, to put this in perspective, this choir is 22 and a half hours old. That's how long they have rehearsed all year. And to do this program at this time of the year and sing it the way they have been singing is truly remarkable. What happens when a woman takes power? These are, how many of you were in the 9th grade? I know that. They're all in the 9th grade. Do you know who sings What Happens When a Woman Takes Power? All state choruses of the best 11th and 12th graders from around states around the country. That's who sings that piece. It is a hard thing to pull off. And I will have to say that these singers and Mr. Lippert prepared a very challenging program so well. And just this week, we've been working vowels, consonants, phrasing, cultural and historical context, poetry, acting, and more. There is so much work that goes into a 3.5-minute composition. And, you know, if you're a non-musician, you almost can't imagine. So thank you, Elements, for all of your hard work. If you're a parent, go easy on them this weekend. Please don't ask them to do any chores. Let them rest. In fact, I think if they want to lay on the couch and say, hey, bring me a soda, I think you should do it. Because they have earned it. They have worked so hard. What they are doing is valuable. I taught at Ithaca College for many years, and professors across campus would say to me regularly, they loved students, not just music majors, but students who had been involved in music at the high school level and below for many years, because they knew those students knew how to focus, and they knew they had a great work ethic, because that's what it takes to do what these students are doing. So thank you so much. I've got some more thank yous and comments later, but right now it's just a thank you, guys. And now we'll do our last number.
Yeah. For if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field frozen with snow. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field frozen with snow. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. A broken winged bird that cannot
Okay, on automatic public here. Corral is a little bit older than the other group. This group is 27 hours old. And this program was also very challenging. Again, so well prepared. I told them, I said, you know, your teacher baked the cake. All I did was come in and put on the icing. So I get to do the fun part and just do all these little fun tweaks that make it even more musical, because we never really finish. We just keep working, but we, again, had to work vocal technique, and so they danced, they sang German with an understanding of word stress, they sang a variety of styles, all while adapting to a different conductor. And again, this group is so open and shared their ideas so freely, and I got a sense of trust, and I really, really appreciated that. It was my joy to work with them. A 90-minute rehearsal is what they have, and they stayed engaged throughout the entire 90 minutes. In fact, yesterday we were working so hard, and I looked down, and I was doing a minute-by-minute rehearsal plan, but then I thought, oh my goodness, we're, I think we're 75 or 80 minutes in, and I stand the whole time, but they were standing the whole time too. So I said, sit down, let's breathe for a minute. So we talked, but they were just there the entire time. I have so many people to thank, and I'll try to keep this as short as possible. Of course, my host, Mike Lippert. You know, he was my student, but he and Amanda both, and we have long since become really great friends. He's a wonderful collaborator. And of course, literally and figuratively, throughout every rehearsal, my right hand, Lena Wong, you're amazing. You are amazing. And Mike tells me every day how fortunate he feels to have such wonderful pianists. I also worked with the 8th grade chorus. They were an absolute delight. And their pianist as well. It was just really great. And that makes, it provides so much for the singers to have these collaborative pianists. It makes a world of difference for everyone, and especially the singers, and that's the students. That's why we're here. All the music teachers who prepared these students in previous years, from preschool all the way through their junior high, their middle school, and all of the teachers here have been so welcoming to me. And these products are yours as well, so I hope you're feeling very proud. And I did want to give a shout out to that 8th grade chorus that I worked with. Also, administrators Mike Latham, president of Punahou School, how honored we are that you are here and taking an interest in the arts. Gustavo Correa, the Academy principal. Tricia Cayley, the assistant principal for the Academy. It's so wonderful to have an administration with a vision to provide the arts, but also to provide unique experiences for all students. This week, the nearest thing I can compare it to is an honor choir, what we call all state choirs or all region choirs, except the difference is that this was for every student in the choral program, not just a select few who got to go to those things through a select audition. And those are extremely valuable as well, but this is a wonderful experience for the whole program, and that's just fabulous. And as always, the Punahou students, from the students that I worked with all week to the students, I'm not thinking of the name of the course, but the ones who are running cameras and running interviews and doing all this work. I've been so impressed once again with the Punahou School and the students, and the faculty. Thank you so, so much. And it's just great. So thank you, and we're going to end this portion, and then we've got a few more surprises for you, but ending this portion with just the chorale right now.
We have one more transition to manage, so come on up, and I will talk while we're doing. So again, it's been a wonderful week. I hope you got just a little bit of a taste of it. And as Dr. Galvan said, the intention of this was to try to give something to each and every one of our choral students that is really, really, really hard to get. And that is to go work with really wonderful established conductors, work on really challenging repertoire, and just really be pushed to not their limit, but pushed further than maybe they have before in the comfort of their own places with their own teachers and stuff. Not that we don't push them, but sometimes other people say the same thing you do and they hear it. I know you're all parents, so you're not familiar with this phenomenon at all there, but I just thought I would mention that. So I want to take a moment to acknowledge a couple people. Again, the choir does as well. The first one again is our amazing Lena Wong. If she would stand again. We brought something. Lena is there every time that I am there. This is true. I mean, choir is always a community and a collaborative effort, and really feel so fortunate to have an amazing musician and person that is always there when we're trying to do so many other things. Okay? And that's our first one. And the second one, Dr. Galvan, Janet, could you stand again? Come into the light here. And we have just a few little tokens. We have some swag for you. We have a t-shirt and some notes, and then of course a Foodland bag to take home. So the next piece that we'll sing, Al Shlo Shah, is a song that's very, very connected with Janet, with Dr. Galvan. It was, if you read the dedication on it, it's in her honor, and it was written for the Ithaca Children's Choir, which he directed for, let me do my math, maybe I won't say, a long time. It was amazing. I was part of the Ithaca Children's Choir, not as a chorister, but as a pianist and associate director at one point too. And this is it is a choral standard, and she helped premiere it, helped elevate it. It is one of Boosey and Hawkes, which is the publisher's most published titles. They love it. Every time a choir sings it, Boosey and Hawkes make money, and I think that's awesome. But it's such a great piece. It talks about, there are three things that remain: truth, justice, and peace. And it's an ancient text, but what a thing to keep coming back to again and again. The song's been sung around the one world. I have I will try to make a short story. Many years ago, I won't say how many years ago those was either, we were all traveling with a group with the Ithaca Children's Choir in Italy, and we had selected a set of repertoire to sing in St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican. And let's just say there were a lot of last-minute substitutions on the request of the priests and custodians in charge. And for some reason, we had Al Shlo Shah in the things, and they didn't say anything about that. We're like, okay, let's try it. And we start Al Shlo Shah, and I'm like, we are about to either cause an international incident, or it'll be a great opportunity for love and peace and joy here. And they started with the opening line, and you could see the two. I was page turning at the time, and one priest stands up, he goes like this. And the other one goes, it's okay. Truth, joy. Truth, justice, peace, good things. So, we're fortunate. We have some soloists for this, if you could come forward at this time. And they will happily take the mic from me right now. But thank you again, and there's an audience participation moment in a few minutes, so don't get too comfortable. to turn the lights on. Oh, there we go. Yeah. And we're going to stand together. Put your hands in the air. It's a good stretch. We almost done. In a moment, we're going to sing Hawaii Aloha together. We actually haven't had an opportunity to share with Dr. Galvan what this is, right? It's such an amazing song. As someone mentioned, it's like it is the song of Hawaii, and one of the things that makes it, one of the many things that makes it special. It is written by a missionary who came here and it became his home. And so it is a song about home, but a song from someone who came to make it his home. And it is a gift to the Hawaiian people, as well as the people that he came and lived and worked with. And he's like, this is Hawaii. This is the land of my birth, where my bones are buried. Children of Hawaii, stand, rejoice, sing out. You might have heard those words somewhere else tonight too, yeah. We have love always for the gentle breezes of Hawaii. And so I know that many of you will want to do this as you sing, as we sing, but you're going to sing with us too, right? Right? Yes. All right. Find your child, or if you don't have a child there, find someone else's child with breed, okay? Thank you again for coming this evening. I hope you had a wonderful evening. I hope you have a very pleasant drive home. I hope you, I don't know, Janet, I don't know about the whole, like, bring me a soda, but, but be gentle with them. They have worked super hard, so if they're like, I'm tired, they probably are for once, yeah? All right, you'll get your children back in a moment. I just have a couple things I need to say to them. Thank you so much for coming. Safe drive. Aloha.